Pulp Fiction, directed by Quentin Tarantino, is a 1994 film that has become a classic of modern cinema due to its unique narrative structure, memorable dialogue, and iconic performances. The film intertwines multiple storylines involving crime, redemption, and fate, presented in a non-linear sequence that keeps viewers piecing together the story. With its gritty portrayal of the Los Angeles underworld, it offers a stylized, darkly humorous take on the lives of hitmen, mobsters, boxers, and petty criminals. The film's structure, often likened to a novel with distinct chapters, sets it apart from conventional storytelling. Tarantino combines tension-filled conversations with bursts of violence, creating a distinctive rhythm that captivates audiences. The dialogue is sharp and often ironic, elevating seemingly mundane conversations like the famous Royale with cheese scene to iconic status. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, and Bruce Willis deliver standout performances, each contributing to the film's unforgettable characters. Jackson's portrayal of Jules Winfield, in particular, has become legendary, as his monologues combine humor with a kind of existential depth that is rare in crime films. The soundtrack, filled with eclectic tracks from surf rock to soul, complements the film's vibe and has left its own cultural footprint. Beyond its entertainment value, Pulp Fiction is noted for its impact on cinema, inspiring a generation of filmmakers to experiment with narrative structure, dialogue, and genre blending. Its postmodern style, blending homage with innovation, pushes the boundaries of genre, combining elements of noir, crime thriller, and dark comedy. While not for everyone due to its graphic violence and mature themes, Pulp Fiction remains a masterpiece of style and substance, an enduring film that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. It's a film that rewards multiple viewings, as each layer reveals more about the characters, the themes, and Tarantino's unique perspective on the unpredictability of life. What makes Pulp Fiction unique? Iconic dialogue. Tarantino's dialogue in Pulp Fiction redefined how conversations could work in movies. Rather than serving solely as a means to move the plot forward, the dialogue exists to build atmosphere, flesh out characters, and engage the audience on a more intimate level. His characters speak with wit, casual humor, and surprising depth, often revealing their personalities through what they choose to talk about and how they say it. The Royale with cheese scene. This opening conversation between Jules and Vincent is about something completely inconsequential: how McDonald's menu items differ between the US and Europe. It's funny, relatable, and disarming, showing us the banter of two hitmen in a moment of downtime. The scene is significant because it humanizes these characters before we see them commit acts of violence, setting the tone for the film's mix of the mundane and the extraordinary. Jules's biblical monologue. Jules's repeated recitation of Ezekiel 25:17 is one of the most memorable parts of the film. Initially, it's just a theatrical flourish he uses to intimidate his victims. However, by the film's end, the monologue transforms into a moment of introspection. Jules reflects on the meaning of the passage and decides to change his ways, marking a profound shift in his character arc. The dialogue's evolution from superficial to deeply symbolic mirrors the layered storytelling of the film itself. Casual philosophizing. Mia Wallace's comment about silence being a measure of true connection, when you found somebody that you can just shut the up with, is not just a throwaway line. It captures her need for something deeper than superficial relationships. This kind of introspection, embedded in casual conversations, gives the film a philosophical undercurrent that resonates with viewers. The dialogue in Pulp Fiction makes the characters feel real, spontaneous, and alive while turning even the smallest exchanges into unforgettable moments. Pop culture references. Tarantino's love for pop culture is woven into every aspect of Pulp Fiction, from the set designs to the character quirks and conversations. These references aren't just nostalgic nods. They enrich the world of the film, making it feel like a collision of past and present, reality and fiction. Jack Rabbit Slims. The retro diner where Vincent and Mia have their infamous date is a treasure trove of pop culture nostalgia. The restaurant is modeled after 1950s diners and staffed with waiters impersonating icons like Marilyn Monroe and James Dean. This setting not only reflects Mia's larger-than-life personality, but also reinforces the film's self-aware, cinematic tone. It's a love letter to American pop culture from a bygone era, yet it feels timeless within the film. Homages to cinema. The film is filled with visual and thematic nods to classic cinema. The gold briefcase is an homage to the mysterious glowing case in Kiss Me Deadly, 1955, and Butch's storyline draws inspiration from boxing films and film noir. Even the structure of the film, with its intersecting stories and eclectic tone, feels like a mashup of genres and influences. By layering these references into the dialogue and visuals, Tarantino creates a world that is both familiar and hyper-stylized, making Pulp Fiction feel like a film that exists outside of time. Dynamic characters. The characters in Pulp Fiction are its beating heart. Each one is unique, morally ambiguous, and fascinating, brought to life by exceptional writing and performances. What makes them truly dynamic is their depth. They are not defined solely by their roles in the story, but by their personalities, quirks, and internal conflicts. Jules Winfield. As a hitman, Jules is ruthless and calculating, but beneath his tough exterior lies a deeply philosophical individual. His character arc, from cold-blooded killer to someone seeking redemption, is the most profound in the film. His final monologue, where he decides to give up his violent lifestyle, gives the story an unexpected layer of spirituality and morality. Vincent Vega. Vincent is a fascinating character because of his contradictions. He's nonchalant and cool under pressure, but also reckless and foolish at times. His casual drug use and his decision to take Mia out for dinner, despite the obvious risk, show his flawed, impulsive nature. These flaws make his eventual death, which comes from a moment of carelessness, feel tragic yet inevitable. Mia Wallace. Mia is magnetic from the moment she's introduced. She's glamorous, mysterious, and playful, yet vulnerable and self-destructive. Her near-death overdose adds depth to her character, showing that her carefree exterior masks a darker, more troubled side. Butch Coolidge. Butch is the moral opposite of Jules and Vincent, driven by a sense of honor and survival. His decision to save Marcellus Wallace, even at great personal risk, highlights his integrity and adds a layer of redemption to his otherwise gritty, violent storyline. Even minor characters like Pumpkin and Honey Bunny, the diner robbers, feel fully realized with their quirky dialogue and believable chemistry. This attention to character detail makes Pulp Fiction endlessly compelling. Easter eggs and hidden details in Inglourious Basterds. Pulp Fiction is filled with Easter eggs, hidden details, and subtle references that enrich the experience for observant viewers and cinephiles. These elements highlight Quentin Tarantino's love for film, pop culture, and intricately crafted narratives. Here's an exploration of some of these hidden gems. The mysterious briefcase. The glowing briefcase in Pulp Fiction is one of cinema's great unsolved mysteries, sparking endless speculation and theories. The briefcase serves as a MacGuffin, a term Alfred Hitchcock coined to describe a plot device that drives the story without requiring explicit explanation. Tarantino's use of a glowing, mysterious object is thought to be inspired by the 1955 noir film Kiss Me Deadly, where a glowing case holds dangerous radioactive material. However, Pulp Fiction's briefcase goes a step further. The characters react with awe when they open it, and the golden glow adds an almost mystical quality. This ambiguity heightens the intrigue, leaving viewers to wonder what is so valuable and awe-inspiring. Tarantino purposefully avoids revealing its contents, allowing the briefcase to become an open canvas for theories. One of the most popular theories is that the briefcase contains Marcellus Wallace's soul, with fans citing the Band-Aid on the back of Marcellus's neck as evidence. According to folklore, the soul is removed from the back of the head, which fits with this interpretation. Some fans even propose that the briefcase's combination, 6-6, hints at a supernatural element. Another theory is that the briefcase holds gold, referencing Tarantino's love for crime and heist films where characters often chase elusive riches. The briefcase could also be a more abstract symbol, perhaps representing temptation, power, or even a mirror of each character's desires. By keeping its contents hidden, Tarantino transforms the briefcase into a legendary piece of cinematic lore, something that has captivated audiences for decades. The Big Kahuna Burger. Big Kahuna Burger is another of Tarantino's iconic fictional brands, and in Pulp Fiction, it becomes part of one of the film's most memorable scenes. When Jules interrogates Brett, he samples a Big Kahuna Burger from Brett's table and comments on its tasty flavor. This scene is both intense and humorous, as Jules's casual conversation about the burger stands in stark contrast to the violent confrontation that follows. The brand itself is supposedly Hawaiian-themed, playing into the American fascination with Hawaiian culture and cuisine in the 1960s and 70s, aligning with Tarantino's love for retro Americana. By creating a fictional burger joint with a name that evokes tropical escapism, Tarantino crafts a unique, playful detail that sticks in viewers' minds. Big Kahuna Burger reappears in other Tarantino films, most notably in Reservoir Dogs, where it's referenced as part of the character's offhand dialogue, and in From Dusk Till Dawn. This recurring brand builds a sense of continuity between Tarantino's works, inviting viewers to see each story as part of a larger universe. This sense of interconnectivity not only reinforces Tarantino's style, but also gives audiences a sense of reward for noticing these recurring elements. Big Kahuna Burger has become so iconic that some real-life restaurants have even recreated it on their menus, a testament to its lasting impact and popularity as one of Tarantino's unique creations. References to classic cinema. Tarantino's reverence for classic cinema shines through in Pulp Fiction, where he incorporates countless references and homages to beloved films and genres. Jack Rabbit Slim's Diner, where Mia and Vincent go on their date, is filled with memorabilia from the 1950s, including staff dressed as iconic figures like Marilyn Monroe and Buddy Holly. The scene taps into a sense of nostalgia, capturing the feel of 1950s Americana, which Tarantino grew up admiring. Jack Rabbit Slim's isn't just a set. It's a living homage to retro pop culture, a love letter to an era when Hollywood icons defined style and cool. The design of the diner and the dance scene between Mia and Vincent feel like an ode to Travolta's earlier fame in Saturday Night Fever, tying pop culture history into the narrative itself. Beyond the visuals, Pulp Fiction references various film genres, including noir, kung fu, and French New Wave. Vincent's suit, for instance, is inspired by the black and white gangster attire popularized in French crime films like Breathless. This intertextuality allows Tarantino to pay tribute to the genres and directors he admires, while blending elements of each to create something original. By borrowing visual and thematic cues from these classic films, Tarantino roots Pulp Fiction in the broader cinematic canon, inviting audiences to see it as a tapestry woven from decades of film history. It's both a celebration and a playful critique of Hollywood's influence, highlighting Tarantino's unique voice as a director. The Bad Mother Wallet. Jules' wallet has become an iconic piece of Pulp Fiction lore and is more than just a prop. It's an affirmation of Jules' personality. The phrase on the wallet is a tribute to the character Shaft from the 1971 blaxploitation film of the same name, whose tough, no-nonsense demeanor was revolutionary for the genre. Tarantino has spoken of the influence blaxploitation films had on his career, and this wallet serves as a nod to those inspirations, aligning Jules with the genre's legacy of strong, resilient heroes. Samuel L. Jackson's portrayal of Jules takes on a larger-than-life quality, and this wallet subtly reinforces his character's badass image. The wallet reportedly belonged to Tarantino himself, adding a personal Easter egg that connects the director to his work. The wallet has become so recognizable that it's even available as a replica, with fans wanting a piece of the Pulp Fiction legend. The wallet's phrase is memorable not just because of its humor, but because it encapsulates Jules' arc. When he shows it during the diner scene, it's a moment of reclaiming power, setting the tone for his transformation and his choice to pursue a different path. This small personal detail serves as both a character-defining prop and a symbol of Tarantino's stylistic influences. Each of these points highlights how Tarantino infuses Pulp Fiction with layers of meaning, humor, and homage, creating a film that is endlessly rewarding for attentive viewers. Each Easter egg and detail contributes to the immersive world he builds, blending his love for cinema with his distinctive style and leaving a lasting impression on audiences worldwide. Pulp Fiction is a genre-defining masterpiece that revolutionized modern cinema with its non-linear storytelling, razor-sharp dialogue, and iconic characters, earning an overall solid 9.8 out of 10. Got a movie you want us to review next? Or maybe you caught something we missed? Drop a comment. We love hearing from our listeners and can't wait to chat about more classic films with you. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed our deep dive into Pulp Fiction reviewed 30 years later and all the hidden gems you might have missed. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. It really helps others find the show. Bye.